All right, so we are live and we're here to discuss The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 13. Bury Me here. But also because Tennille wasn't able to join us last week, we definitely want to hear her opinion on the Richonne episode. So we'll do a bit of both.
Okay.
So why don't we start with Tennille?
Okay, so we're going to talk about, of course, episode 12, because I don't have anything for you guys for this episode. But I really don't. But what I will say is we needed that episode. We needed an episode with Rick and Michonne. It just the way that they talk to each other, the lightness that they had with each other is something. I mean, Andrew Lincoln said it, and I agree. They never had this before. You know, his relationship with Lori, I mean, it was very tense. You know, she was always at him about something, but Michonne constantly, no matter what has happened with Negan, with them losing people, she still wants him to be this leader. She has not lost faith in him. She's still like his number one cheerleader, no matter what. This is a man, he's not perfect, but I still think you're a man that can get the job done. And I'm still here with you no matter what. And I'm just like, I loved it. Everything about it. It was just good.
Same. What was your favorite part?
Dad advancing. Nah. Not the first one, but the one when me and Emmy were just talking about it. You know, I was telling her it was very animalistic, kind of like, you know, Duran hungry like a wolf type thing. I was just like with it. I was like, yes, I just didn't want them to take it away. I was like, give me more, get them
it was so short.
Too short.
Too short. I was like, you missed. I was like, did I miss something? You know, it was just, I was like, yes, I need a little bit more though.
Yeah, how did you get her belt off but not her pants? That's not fair.
It's not.
Like they played us.
I don't understand. And I was like, I needed her whole shirt to come out. That's what I needed. I was like, oh, she's gonna take it off. I was.
She didn't have time. There was no time.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they were so like for each other that like they couldn't even wait to get all their clothes off. Like I like that imagery.
Yes, he was on that stomach nibbling. I was like, whoo. Yes, Rick, you better stop. Not really.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. Don't stop. I enjoyed it. I did.
Yeah.
Jesus, yes. Yes. Every bit of it. I enjoyed them joking around when he was like, we can leave. What you think we can't do it? She was like, yeah, I know we got this. We got this. I was like, gosh, yes. I was like, just loved every part of it. And I loved when she thought he was dead. But I'm not going to lie. I might be the only one. I didn't like the part when he came out and it showed he wasn't eating and he threw her the sword. I kind of thought that was corny.
I did too. I thought it was so like I wish he had used the sword and then threw it to her or something. I don't know. But the way they slowed it down, I'm like, are y'all serious?
Yeah, it was kind of like one of those cartoons, you know, when it makes like that noise.
Yeah.
You
got the ching. You are stupid.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I loved it.
I'm sorry for you.
Last week, I said the exact same thing. It kind of reminded me of something from a fantasy where he throws the sword and she catches it midair. It just reminded me of the cartoons I used to
watch. It was so stupid. And why did they have to slow it down? Like, if they had to slow it down, it would have been fine. But they just made it so corny.
Well, they just wanted it to be a really dramatic moment.
I love it. As a matter of fact, I rewind it. It's one of the scenes that I would rewind to watch because it's just. I'm just waiting for the Lightland to strike. The katana to gives it more like, you know, power. I don't know. I'm just
That's what I thought. That's what made it corny. Because I was like, oh,
oh my gosh.
I mean, when was the last time a dark-skinned black woman got a romance with like corny moments. Like, this is groundbreaking. Like, it's the kind of stuff that you always wish for that never happened before, and then you get it, and it's kind of cheesy, but it's romantic and it's dramatic and it's fun. So
I enjoyed
I
that
just
ass
wish
grab though.
I wish he
That was my favorite episode. I was like,
I'm gonna be really honest about that. That ass grabbing part. I know. Yeah, he did. Grabbed her butt, but it fell short with me in just a little way, because I don't know. Maybe I'm used to the way. Oh, I'm gonna embarrass my hubby right now. I'm sorry, babe. I don't know. I guess I'm just used to the way of like complete ass grabbing. I guess I don't know, but I like it was cute. But I don't know. I was expecting
somebody told me they cut off that scene, and you can see it cuts really abruptly, but it was supposed to
It
turn into a whole
does.
make-out session. So I don't know why they cut it out, but yeah.
So they did a whole bunch of cutting out in that episode.
no.
That would make that whole moment trend for like 2-3 hours. Like
It might have killed me, honestly. So I'm okay.
What if they had sex like right then and there again on the corpses? I'm just saying.
That sounds like something out of True Blood.
I would have been with it. I would have been with it.
I would have went with it, but that would have been weird as hell.
It would have been weird. I mean, just like that sword throw. Okay.
I'd really be okay with it.
You know what? I don't know. No. Yeah, that would be a little bit much for me. I don't think I would have been able to. I would be worried about them doing it out in the open.
They killed all the walkers? No, they haven't. That's not right. Never mind. They might have died.
Better get in them gates. Get in one of them little gates somewhere where, get it on like that.
Right, get on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah. I agree.
Hey, Jill, are you there?
I'm
okay.
Here.
So how has your week been? I mean, how's it as far as Talking Dead goes? Have they been in contact with you and Brandon, or?
Yes. And that's all I can really say about it right now. I have no idea who's going to be on the show. What is that, the second to last episode, right?
Is that when you'll be on the couch, you too? I don't know. I don't know. All I can say is that if it had been this weekend, the likelihood of like an Andy Denai appearance would have been very high because of the Paley Fest. But it's definitely not this weekend, and I don't know when it will be. But so I have no idea what to expect.
Well, they're not in this episode, are they?
Nuh-uh.
No, but they're going to be in LA. That's all. That's
Is Denai coming? I didn't think she was.
Oh, I know. I assumed she was coming, but now that you're mentioning it, now I really don't know. I don't know the lineup.
Oh yeah, she wasn't in it as far as I remember, unless they added her recently. But yeah, she's shooting. So.
Isn't next episode the 100th episode? I'm kind of surprised that they don't have Rick or Michelle in it.
The 100th episode is the first episode.
That's season 8, isn't it? That's the first episode. That's the 100th episode. Yeah.
Is it?
Season 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're ending on 99, yeah.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. What did I miss?
The 100th episode is the season premiere next year, or in October.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm sorry. I've heard things about that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so they are going to do something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little out of it now.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to make a big deal about it.
When did they renew for season 8?
I I don't remember.
But they didn't do that 2-year renewal, did they?
Do what? Oh God.
No, I don't think so. It was just season 8. I actually don't remember. I'm just talking.
Okay.
I don't remember it being for 2 seasons, but I don't even
I
know when they did for season 8.
I don't remember it either. I remember when they renewed for 6 and 7, but
Mm,
or was it
hold
5
on.
and
I
7?
think
I
it's
don't
just got
remember.
a 1 year. I don't think they got a 2-year. I think it's just the one,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
It was just season
Yeah.
8 as far as
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Just one.
I hold
Oh,
on.
it
I
was
need
right
to
before the
pull up
season 7 premiere. October 16th. That's when it was announced.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do you guys have anything to say about this episode? I don't.
I do.
I
No,
actually really liked it.
enjoyed it.
I liked it, but
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, okay.
Walker, he mentioned something on the couch. He said that he's really glad that Morgan is who he is now, because you cannot survive in that kind of world with that kind of mentality of not being able to kill. I mean, from both sides, pretty much. It's like you're dealing with the dead and you're dealing with these people. It's like he's pretty much saying it's good that he is where he is now,
Who was
because
on the couch?
there was a moment, of course, where Morgan kind of went a little.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Well, Roker on Talking Dead, he said that he was glad that Morgan
Oh,
is
Michael Rooker.
who he is now, and I agree, because you can't survive in that world with that kind of Zen mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just glad Morgan is on the side now.
Girl, Morgan about to fuck some shit up though. I hope that he can balance it out. He
I don't
about
think
to
he
just
can.
be.
Sharpening his stick.
I don't think he can balance it out. It's one way or the other.
Yes, he about to
He
be so
does seem to
deep.
be someone of extremes, which
Yeah, it's like major extreme.
And
Yes.
he's still
Yeah.
crazy.
And when
which
you
we-
heard him say Dwayne instead of Benjamin, you know he wasn't in the right state of mind. He's just messed up now.
I also think,
Well, I think
that he hasn't fully accepted the death of his wife and son. I think
Right.
he put it in the back of his mind. And
What were you going to say,
of course,
Joe?
he went crazy. Yeah, he went crazy and clear. And then he went, he did that whole thing in the cabin and whatnot. Like, but I really think that I think he blocked it. I don't think he.
My interpretation of that whole thing was, and the correlation between Morgan and Richard. What happened with Dwayne was that Morgan failed to act. He failed to shoot his Walker wife, and she killed his son. Right.
Right.
Benjamin has been itching to start a war, to do something proactive to stop the saviors, and instead he took matters into his own hands. And part of the hesitancy on Ezekiel was because both Morgan and Carol, but mostly Morgan, didn't want to comply with the fight. So he felt responsible essentially for Benjamin's death because he wasn't proactive and saying, you know what, Richard, you're right. Like, let's make a plan. If they had a plan going, Richard wouldn't have done his little stupid scheme and gotten Benjamin killed. And he correlates Benjamin with his son. So he sees that as another personal loss for him as a father. And that's what made him kind of snap. So I'm glad he's taking the time out like Carol wanted. Like, clearly she was, concerned about his welfare. So he's sharpening his stick. In the meantime, like, passive Morgan is out. Passive Morgan is done. Like, he's straight killing people now because he sees that as a necessary thing.
Or he could be booby trapping the cabin like he booby trapped Kings County.
Oh Lord.
Hopefully
I don't think he's that far gone.
Well, I think he said what he's gonna do. I think he meant he's gonna go out and kill each one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but we all know.
But why is he working by himself?
He may just be booby trapping some of these places.
Alexandria.
You know,
He's just
Yeah.
working on emotions as people. You have to work through those type of things, and that's what he's doing right now.
I think that's what he's used to doing. I thought what Scott Gimple said was really interesting. Like, he said it was sad what happened to Morgan, and I kind of agree because he did find peace in his nonsense, and now he's lost it. And just the fact that he's
Right.
like on this mission now because he can't do anything else, that kind of sucks. But I'm also glad
Yeah.
because other Morgan sucked.
Yeah.
I feel like because Morgan is so extreme, maybe he shouldn't kill people, but he shouldn't try and tell other people not to kill people, because obviously it's not working.
He
Does
stopped.
that
He
make
stopped
sense?
giving advice though, so that was part of his of him maybe adjusting. So I don't think. I think he'll still try to kill, and I'm afraid that he's gonna die because he's already dead at this point in the comic. But I don't know. I think he's still crazy though because he heard a voice when there was no one there at that the last scene.
Wait, what?
He thought he
I
was hearing
even heard
voices
something
at the
similar.
last scene, so I think he's a little crazy. He may do something. He may be a
Yeah,
wild card,
he's clearly
basically.
snapped,
Yeah,
and it's definitely sad that
affecting him. Yeah,
yeah, that it's affecting him that way. And that's why, like, I feel like um even though his philosophy doesn't work, and we know that, I mean, for his own mental health, it it's important that he doesn't kill. So I think that
it works
it
for
makes
him
it
and
more
not everyone.
understandable why he was so against it.
I think it works
And
for him
Right.
and just not everyone.
Yeah,
right,
I think it's
exactly.
fine if that's what you want to do, but when you start
But he
preaching
can't.
everybody
Yeah, he
else,
can't
that's when
start
you get
preaching.
all annoying.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
but also at the same time, you put people in danger when you're like, I can't kill you, and they're clearly there. Like with the wolf situation,
yeah.
like you can't do that either. So I don't
Yeah.
know. He was right to leave and maybe just keep to himself. He should know
Him
what
and
Carol
he,
did,
yeah.
Yeah.
but that
Well,
doesn't make for a good story. So.
he's clearly past that now, though. He's about to go kill a whole bunch of people once
Oh
he's
yeah.
taken a minute to get his head on straight. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Morgan's like an alcoholic about killing people. Like once you give him one drink, he can't stop.
He can't.
It's just scary.
I like how he told. I like how he was like, "You gonna catch these hands?" Dude flipped out. I was shocked, but it was also kind of a very, I don't know. It was an interesting moment.
It was definitely
It was.
interesting.
I
Was
thought it was
anybody
strange.
else?
No one stopped him from choking out Richard. That was weird. I
How?
thought
Why?
like nobody.
Why
Like,
would they?
They
even
didn't
if
like
you saw the
Richard.
frozen, somebody would still say, except for King Ezekiel saying stop, but then no one, grabbing him. I thought
I
that
don't
was
think
no one
pulled him
back.
I really think that he would have picked up a stick, picked up the stick, whacked the knight, and then maybe start whacking Richard. I think when you go in postal on somebody, you need to step back. Like
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
step in.
I wouldn't get in the middle of that.
I
Heck
don't know.
no.
Like
The savior said to
I feel
stay
like
back.
somebody
Too.
could.
What was that, Jill?
I feel like somebody could have. I feel like somebody could have grabbed Morgan's stick and like used that as a means to restrain him. Like, whoa, chill. Like they had no idea why he was so mad. Exactly. It was just, and Morgan, the fact that he did that in front of everybody, like, kind of, to me, it says that he knew they were gonna like punk out and not do anything to stop him. Like, fuck it, let me just kill this dude real quick. I don't know. That was a very bizarre reaction to have, to just not do anything except for say stop, and then he doesn't stop and you just let him finish.
The saviors told them to stay back. I don't know that should have stopped them, but that did happen. So maybe that is what stopped them.
or maybe they were all shocked and stunned.
I thought he was saying stay back to the other saviors. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I think he was saying don't touch them.
That was weird.
Well,
Yeah,
there was a moment where I thought Gavin was Like he was a decent guy.
Who's
No.
Gavin?
Yeah,
The
who's
one
that?
leader of
Who's
the save, of the
talking?
The
save
middle
group.
management guy.
Yeah, the one.
Oh, from the Savior. Okay.
I think he
Oh,
is. I mean, he's not he's not a complete bad guy, but obviously he's on the wrong team because he still
Well,
takes from them
I
on a
think
weekly basis.
Well, are you talking about the little there Negan?
Yeah,
The
Gavin is the lead
the
guy.
Mhm.
leader. Yeah, the
Yeah.
one with the
here's-
short hair. Isn't his name
Well-
Gavin?
It is.
Because I think didn't Richard say that he and Gavin had talked about it? Like he was the one that was supposed to get shot, and
Well, Gavin made the
kid
comment
No,
on
no,
different
no.
occasions that it was going to
Abraham
be.
instead.
Oh my God,
Richard.
you guys, one at a time, please.
It wasn't Gavin. It was that long haired dude, the little bitch, the one with the little penis.
No,
He just assumed the little penis dude would just shoot him. I don't think anyone explicitly said. I mean,
No.
no, the little skinny dude said, I'm gonna kill you first" or something like that. But Gavin didn't say anything about it.
He did.
And
I thought he did say
Gavin
that in
was.
this episode.
He said
Richard.
it on 2 different occasions, but the little Weasley guy basically, when Gavin made the comment that we're going to have to make an example, and he was looking at Richard, that it would be Richard, and then the Weasley guy was like, and it's going to be you, just to be a bully. But he said it twice, and that was what Richard was going on, the assumption that they would follow through on what
But
Gavin
didn't
said.
Richard tell or confess to Morgan that he and Gavin had already talked about it?
No, they hadn't talked about it. That's what Gavin threatened the last time the Saviors
No.
met up with the Kingdom. In whatever episode that was a couple of weeks ago.
Got it.
Yeah,
They've
when he
met up
got in that
2
fight
different
with
times,
the
so he
little
made the
skinny
comment
long
on
hair.
both occasions.
But,
Well, I think if Gavin really was, clearly he felt bad about Benjamin dying and everything, but he knew that he had a little bitch on his team to begin with.
Correct.
And if he had
Correct.
straightened his ass out in the first place, then it wouldn't have been a problem. Like clearly that guy's penis was too small to be going out on runs like that and dealing with other people. Like if you know that, you would have checked him the first time.
That's correct.
And why keep
I'm
bringing
sorry.
him? Like, I don't
Correct.
understand why he
Correct.
kept bringing him in the first place, because he was nothing but trouble every single time.
Now, one
Yeah.
of the things I've heard from others is that maybe Gavin is in a position where he's faking it to make it. So it's sort of a situation where if anyone in the Saviors group senses any weakness, that they would try to attack. So maybe he's keeping Jared close to him because of that. But as Jill said, he should have managed that better, or if he couldn't trust him, not bring him, because he's been
He's a liability.
very, very much the instigator of all these incidents.
He's a liability for any type of run. He has no real leverage, and he's a bully, and he just uses the position of being a savior to cause trouble. And that's not somebody you should take out on runs with you. I don't care if you're a savior or not. That's just stupid. That's a huge oversight. And his ass should have been whooped a long time ago.
Correct.
I just feel very strongly about that.
Correct. By the same token, King Ezekiel should have stopped bringing Richard, which he said he was going to do. So I mean, it's something to be said about not managing your folks.
I thought he told him to bring.
He told him to bring
him. You're going to keep bringing him. He couldn't not come out on the runs anymore.
Gavin said that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a couple of he did tell him that.
I heard King Ezekiel said no, and then I
King Ezekiel said no, but Gavin said no. You will bring him, for the drop.
I don't think he should have brought Benjamin. That wasn't. I don't think that should have been his deal.
His death didn't touch me the way I thought it would have, because of those bottle episodes, I only saw him a couple of times. But it was like I wanted to be sad about it, but I was sad about it, but I didn't shed a tear. Long story short, I think that's
it wasn't sad because he died. It was, for me, I cried because of how it affected Morgan. And his reaction to it.
Well, I knew he was going to die as soon as he walked on the screen, so I was just waiting for it to happen. I thought it was kind of a mess. I didn't think he would go out like that. Like that was kind of a
Why did they just shoot
BS
him in
way
the
that.
head?
Because they had to take him to Carol's
remember
so he could bleed on her table.
Remember,
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Like, that was so
they
dumb.
they keep on, you know, misdirecting who they're going to actually give the punishment to. And then the fact that he had a gun and a stick, I don't know what Gavin thought he was going to do, but when he told him to go on and do it, he chose to use the gun. So that's
Well,
Gavin. You should have had a conversation about what you wanted to do if there was
Well,
any.
it's an echo to
pushback.
when Arad shoots Olivia. Like
But
they're
she
never going to
killed her.
shoot the person who deserves.
Yeah, in the face.
Like, I don't understand.
I don't think the
point
guy-
for the show to shoot him in the leg just to have him die 3 minutes later. It just didn't.
I don't think
it was
he
just a waste
intended
of
him to
my time.
die.
No, I know
He was
he
just
didn't.
trying
I'm saying the show. Why did y'all put us through that? Just shoot him in the head and have everybody be mad. Like, it was dumb.
Right, it was so
Because,
that
well,
they
it
could take
gave
him
a
to
moment
Carol.
when
That's literally the only reason.
well, not even.
Like,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
it's silly.
Well,
I
it was. It also in that scene, Carol is very closely watching Morgan, and she calls his name as he like runs out the door to go freak out. I mean, she doesn't chase after him, but I felt like that whole moment was just designed for Carol and Morgan to like have
Get
a
on
moment.
board.
And it's kind of it's a soft echo of when Rick goes out into the zombie herd alone like a dumbass when Carl is shot. It's a very irrational moment, and he's running out and he's fleeing and he's mentally breaking down. So I feel like that was more of a Carol Morgan moment than anything. It didn't really serve well, and also having him die slowly in front of Morgan did not help.
And Keegan Ezekiel.
It was about Morgan though, more so than
Yeah.
Ezekiel. It was about
Yeah.
Morgan's loss.
It was
Uh-huh.
about Morgan's loss, but also King Ezekiel too. He was the tie between both of them. So
Well, they didn't give him any
I don't-
attention. So.
I don't think
They sure didn't.
I don't think Richard would have. If Richard would have died along, it would have had the same impact. They again had to pick someone that was, you know, young and I guess not ready to die. I guess to prove their point.
I don't know. I feel like the whole setup, the way Richard set things up, it could have incited King Ezekiel if he never found out what he did, but
Right.
we'll never know. So,
Or maybe that moment, the last thing Benjamin says is what does he say? Afflicting pain on your opponent,
injure
inflicting pain
one's
on
opponent,
injure yourself.
injure oneself.
Yeah, and that maybe Morgan realized in that moment the futility of such a thing in the times that they're living in. Like it's just not going to work to think like that. It just does not work.
I actually thought it was the opposite, that like the saviors have injured their opponent and now they've incited them to fight against them. So they've essentially injured themselves.
wait, what? Can somebody repeat the quote?
To injure one's opponent is to injure oneself.
Okay.
So by killing Benjamin, they have now gotten the kingdom against them.
Riled up, correct.
I mean, that was
Fuck the kingdom. They got Morgan against them.
Those words didn't mean much to someone bleeding out, but it will incite, them to act now.
I'm not even concerned about the kingdom. It got Morgan and Carol to throw their chips on the table. Like that more than anything, especially Carol with her blowing up stuff and warfare and all that other business, and Morgan and his fancy traps. That to me is more interesting than anything the kingdom could ever do, other than that tiger. Which
but because
I don't think they're gonna let it
But
run
their
free.
numbers, though. How many? I don't know how many people are at the kingdom, but they need the
They
number.
have a lot.
They do.
They have a lot of people.
They do.
Yeah, but the numbers to do what? Like
You still
Carol's
need bodies to
orders them.
execute action, though. You need people. It's not going to be Morgan and Carol running around trying to take down Negan. It's going to be a group effort, and they're going to need as many people to help with whatever plans they have.
That's why
that Morgan
Carol
can
went to the
make
kingdom.
a trap, and Carol can do what she does is good, but they still need bodies to help with that.
But didn't they
bodies
say
are
back in
cannon fodder.
episode 9 didn't Jesus say that they have fighters? So they do have, not at
These are
Hilltop when they
At the
went
kingdom.
to Kingdom.
Oh,
He
okay.
said they
Well,
have fighters. They
people
asked, can these
training,
people
so
fight?
they
And they
have
said, yes,
people. Yeah.
they have people.
I'm just skeptical after the whole oceanic people thing because literally, other than Cindy, not one of those fools could shoot a
Can shoot.
gun. All those
Correct.
rounds fired at slow moving ass terror, and not one she didn't get a
Correct.
raise. Okay,
Correct.
how does everybody miss her? It just makes no sense to me.
Plot
So having a
armor.
It
bunch
ain't
of
her
numbers.
time.
Yeah, that's
It ain't her
spot on.
time, girl. It ain't her
What?
time.
Well,
Dude,
It ain't her time.
they had rifles. Get out of here! Come on. If
It
they
ain't her
had
time.
old muskets, okay. They had automatic weapons and rifles, and not one person could land a hit on this chick. She wasn't moving real fast, so I'm just saying.
Miracle.
But
Miracles happen
you
every
don't know
day.
the extent of what their training is, and all their men were killed. So maybe they were shooters, but they haven't been trained, so they still have armory
That's what I'm
though.
saying.
So
Their only use is having those weapons. They have no use outside of that.
to me,
Maybe some
to me,
fish.
to me, in a sense, that makes more sense that you do have a lot of things could be considered happenstance. That you have people with guns that can't shoot, people that can shoot that don't have guns. That's probably more realistic than assuming Rick would walk up to somebody who wanted to fight, could shoot, and had the manpower they needed. It would be, this calamity and this process of trying to gather what you need, and you would have mixed matching going on all day long. That seems to me more realistic.
It's literally going to be a cannon fodder scenario. The image that I can't shake from my head with a big part of this is have you guys seen Rosewood?
Yeah, the movie
No.
or the show?
The movie Rosewood?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
The movie, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it's that scene where Don Cheadle hands Big Baby gun, Big Baby's like, baby, go shoot. It just feels like that kind of moment.
Mixed match.
You really know.
Well, it's gonna. I think it's gonna. I'm agreeing with you in the sense that it's definitely going. Is out, and I can't say definitely about anything, but it's likely to. Nothing is really going to pan out really the way we want to, because at the end of the day, they're probably not going to be able to take down Negan, the man Negan. So whatever plans they put in motion, they'll be able to maybe surprise them, maybe attack them, but they won't kill them. So the end game won't be maybe the same from what they want, because in episode 12, Michonne was talking about once we get rid of Negan, but we know if they're following the comic, they're not really gonna get rid of Negan. So it has to
They're
be a little
getting rid of
mixed
him in
matching
power.
going on, I think.
What was that, Ash?
I said they're getting rid of him in being in power.
Power.
So
Oh yeah, taking them down from power, but not
Yeah.
killing them. I got you. Okay. I thought it was sad when they when they brought Ben to the table. It reminded me of Tyrese's death, because that was really one of the saddest ones that I remember in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, there was that same dripping blood, that same
Not able to
imagery.
stop in time and everything.
Yeah.
I felt nothing.
I was gonna say if I felt anything about Benjamin,
Well,
maybe.
no, I mean, I agree with you. I didn't cry, but it made me sad because, like I said, I think just because we didn't spend enough time with him, and we already established he probably was gonna die. So that was in the
I
back
knew
of
he
my
was going to die
mind.
in this
But
episode when Morgan was asking him, so who's the girl? Who's the girl?
no, when he gave him that picture, I was like, uh oh.
I knew he was going to die when he was talking to Carol. And he was like, well, Carol, I can go with you and you can teach me things and shit.
No.
I can miss the drive. I was like, oh, he's going to die. He's going to die. The last person he talked to is Carol. Carol's not good with kids. And he died.
You know what?
I
I thought
did not see it until Jared misdirected that shot. I did not see it. I mean, I suspected it, but when he didn't shoot Richard's face on is when I actually oh my goodness, that's Jared. I mean, that's Ben.
That made me mad when they faded to black when they shot that gun. I was like,
Yeah.
really? What's the point? I was mad at that. I was
Show
like,
cannot resist the cliffhanger, even if it's for 3
they
minutes.
just can't.
They
But
cannot.
remember, they say they're not doing the the gratuitous violence, so maybe that's why they're doing all that. They didn't let us see Morgan.
That is not. They wanted us to wonder who got shot.
That's what it was.
That too.
Over it.
Silly.
We
Like,
know
really,
it
we
wasn't
know it
nobody
And Morgan
important.
shouts,
It
"No!"
was not
Exactly.
nobody important. You want to kill Morgan. You want to kill Ezekiel. Come on now.
Right, those are only 2 people we care about. And you already hit Jerry in the head.
Hold on,
so
wait, Jerry,
true.
because he popped Jerry in the face. I wanted to go through that TV. I was like, what the heck? Your hands on my
You see
teddy bear.
That right there, I was mad.
That upset me. That upset me way more than Vince stuff.
I was mad when they hit Jerry. I did not appreciate them hitting Jerry. I was so upset. I was like, really? No, that was just wrong that they would hit Jerry. I was like, come on. Ugh.
He was like, you ain't no king. We ain't gonna be doing that shit. I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, he's telling them.
Yeah,
I think all the actors did a good job of crying this episode, though. Carol, Morgan, and Richard.
I don't care about Richard, but listen, Lenny James is the best actor like I've ever seen. There was a point where tears were just streaming down his face when he was talking. I'm like, does he know he's crying? I don't think he knows he's crying. That's how good
Did he give you like that moment of glory with Denzel?
Yes,
he
gave us 2 glory tears.
All of that.
Oh my God, he is so good.
Neil, did you really? You really went?
I went there because he gave
It was a glory tear.
Chills.
And then we got another one right after that. I was like, come on with the 2 glory tears.
That was
oh my
God. I cried and I didn't expect to cry, but I did.
Acting from Lenny James.
It was all because of Lenny.
Really good acting. I
love seeing him and Melissa.
I didn't care that Richard cried, but I am acknowledging that he did do a good job of crying. Like when he was telling his story, I just turned my volume down. But I was like, he's really doing this. He's really doing this.
I mean, he had a lot of dialogue, and Lenny James just stood there looking at him. I don't know how. Couldn't be me.
But from what I heard on Talking Dead, they all have the same story about not doing something when they could and then trying to make up for it, after their family is gone. So he wasn't saying anything, significant, really. He just, like I said, I'm just respecting his cry game. Him, Carol, and Morgan, they did an awesome job.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that we got to see Lenny and Melissa act together because it's so good.
It was. And I was surprised that she was trying to stop him from going off. I didn't think she cared enough, but I'm happy that she did.
Oh, she did. She didn't stop Daryl when he left. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to get nothing started. I'm just saying. I mean, she stopped him and he kept going. And after him,
Daryl snuck off though. That's the difference, right? He didn't tell her he was leaving. He just left.
No, he left. She hugged him and he left.
Oh, okay.
Just made up a story.
I was like, girl, he didn't spend a night and get up and walk out the door. No.
What were you going to say, Emmy?
Yeah, what was you going to say? Emmy?
We lose you?
Oh, no, it looks like we lost her.
Can I tell you what I didn't like about the episode?
Yep.
Sure.
The kill scene with Carol in the one-way sign, that was like, I didn't like that. I think they could have put more effort into it.
Really?
Yeah, I was like,
I think she did. I mean,
what was the purpose of that?
She was kicking ass and taking names.
I don't know. I thought
they had to give her a badass moment, and she got it.
Yeah, Carol is not a blunt force type of fighter. She's more of a thinker and a plotter.
Exactly.
And I think that was just like like a precursor to whatever it is she's gonna have planned for the Saviors. Like she's not gonna go in guns a blazing. That's not the way. And I don't know what Rick's plan is, but Carol would not go in guns a blazing. I think was probably the underlying.
Yeah,
point.
she's
like,
not
she's going into battle.
Right, she can't do that.
If she's not about to do a dumbass mission like Rosita and Sasha, whatever the fuck they doing, like she's not gonna do something retarded like that.
Don't even get me
She's gonna use her
started.
brain and think it through.
Don't get me started on them two. Don't get me started. I'm so just.
Are they in the next episode?
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
sad. I think I will be sad with them because it's like somebody.
I think Rosita's gonna sell her out, man.
She could, but you know what?
Why would you go anywhere with her? I wouldn't go nowhere with that girl. We don't fool like that.
You know what? That's true. Why would you trust somebody like that? That's true. That's a good point. But I guess they're both just so angry they don't care. They're not thinking.
No. I'd be like, no, we're not friends. Remember, you go ahead and have your own plan.
Yeah,
that's what I would have told her. Exactly.
If your plan don't work, I'll come up with my own plan, and then I'll go in. Like,
you know what? That's true.
If you don't find your way back, okay, then we gonna come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Sure.
Like, bitch,
I'm gonna finish making this bracelet.
That's true. You're right, Tennille. I would not. I don't know.
Why did Rosita even go to Sasha? I don't remember.
Because
she knows Sasha can shoot.
Because she doesn't think Rick is acting fast enough, and we see from Rick he's
I know that part. I want to know why she went to Sasha specifically when they're not friends.
Because she knows Sasha is hot-headed. She's hot-headed. She knows that girl is hot-headed.
Sarah can't fight, and Sasha still will.
Sasha's the only sharpshooter that they have.
Yeah.
But if I was Sasha, I would have taken that gun like, thanks.
Thank you.
And I will be using this at a later date. So
right. So I'm gonna need to go. Yeah.
Bye, Felicia.
I'm like, did you put bullets in it? All right, girl, good looking out. And I'm out. Yeah. I'm out.
Yeah.
That's just dumb.
Yeah, like she could have just told her, like, let's keep it real. You know you can't use this gun, girl. Thank you for bringing me this gift, and I'm gonna ponder this for a minute. So you go ahead about your business. Bye.
And no. So stupid that they're not coordinating with other people. Like, why aren't they giving Rick a heads up and be like, "We've got this plan"?
What is she so impatient for?
Enough.
I just don't understand what the rush is. Because all you're doing is making stupid decisions to do it 2 days before Rick and everybody else. It's dumb.
She didn't learn her lesson the first damn time. Is what's happening. She was 5 feet away from that man and didn't land a bullet on him.
Like that's when you know you need to sit down. That's when you should be like,
that's God trying to tell you something.
Right.
Like he's not a small man or even a short man.
Yeah.
Which made it even more strange. And she still missed. Like,
how did you guess? You hit Lucille.
And then want to blame Father Gabe for that.
Ooh, don't even get me started on that.
But I don't know. How do you calm down when you're so emotionally invested in what's going on like that? I don't like the way they're writing Rosita, but I can imagine someone being that mad that she's just determined to die or try to kill him. So until she can get that, she's gonna keep on trying.
But she's dumb. She didn't even check that house she went into. That was so fucking stupid. Like she's just dumb. She needs to go. How do you not check the whole house? How do you walk in the doorway and say ugh and then just like not look at anything? Like what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
She should
like you go and you clear it. Room by room.
She's on a death mission.
I don't understand why she's more mad than everybody else. Like, was the dick that good? Come on, girl.
Must have been, girl, because Sasha and her finna go get killed. They on that death mission.
Over some dead dick. Okay. What's wrong with her? Maggie's okay. Like she's chilling at the top. Like I'll get to it when I get to it. But y'all too.
Yeah, she like I got to watch my baby. I still got to go on for my baby.
Well, she's not totally rational either.
I don't think he.
What?
You don't think what?
You say, Emmy?
Oh.
Honestly, I don't feel like any of the women are rational right now.
Well, I think Rosita's
could be the least rational, but I don't think any of them have been rational, except for maybe Carol.
Tara?
Like I say Carol.
Carol don't know what's going on. She don't know what's going on, so that's why she chilling.
I don't think
Carol got
irrational. Michonne was all there.
Tara.
Well, I don't. Well, then the rest of them are following suit because, like, Michonne's plan. I'm sorry, it didn't make no sense to me. Like, we have the hilltop. That was the first thing she said. Who the fuck is at the hilltop besides Jesus? Huh?
She went to go see and came back though.
But she
was angry like that too.
She wasn't being rational because trying to bring up the hilltop like they gonna do something was insane to me. They clearly are not capable. They're just not. I don't care how many. I don't care if they had 100 people. It's not gonna cut it. 100, like, that's just a human shield at that point. That's all they're gonna do. And Maggie putting her baby at risk, like the day after she wakes up, and giving away the only heirloom of her whole family that she has to, like, first the grave and then some little girls who she just met a few weeks ago. Like, I just feel like they're all insane. Like, what is wrong? What is happening?
She was putting a down payment on the babysitter though. That was nice.
You guys. I thought that maybe the zombie strain in their blood is like making them kind of loopy. Okay, let's just listen. I'm gonna get all scientific with you.
I don't know why, because the show doesn't.
Oh my god.
No. I'm excluding Michonne from all that because that's my girl and she can't do no wrong. But the other women throughout the whole season, you ever ask yourself why are they doing the things that they're doing? And maybe it's because of the chemical imbalance of this zombie thing that's in them. I'm only asking because
I blame Rick on that. I blame it on Rick.
What?
What? Whoa.
Why is this Rick's fault?
Everything's Rick's fault, apparently.
Yeah, I know. Explain, please, because you about to make me.
Nothing is Rick's
I'm
fault.
not saying it to be
No,
but I think a lot of it.
Let her explain herself. I want to hear it.
Nothing is Rick's fault. I'm going to type this over and over again. I'm going to scream it from the mountaintop. Rick can do no wrong.
I gotta disagree with that.
Zombie apocalypse, okay? Just because he's of the zombie apocalypse and everyone is coming to him with their burdens and whatnot, and he's trying to figure out what to do, how to go about what's next. And when Michonne by his side and they're together and blase, blase, Rick can do no wrong. As a matter of fact,
are we starting this from like season 7 or something? Because he's done a lot wrong.
He's had some hiccups.
Yeah, to say the least.
Because he is allowed to have those hiccups.
Fucking stupid, but I forgive him.
So there's nothing wrong with saying he's been wrong. I just want to know how this is Rick's fault.
That's why, I want to know too. Janae, I want to know how this is his fault.
The reason why I say that it's Rick's fault, and again, when you say fault, we can say loosely that each individual person still has the right to and make a decision based on what their psychosis is, their mental capacity, so on and so forth. But if you go back to when Rick met up with Judas, as soon as the issue, the garbage people,
Rick met up with who?
As the bullet, as soon
Jadis.
We're in the Bible now.
As soon as the gun deal didn't work out is when Rosita got incited again. And what she said to Tara was they're not moving. And then you go back to the actual scene of 712 where Rick is like, let's wait. He's not really ready to go right now. So because the leadership is not moving. The smaller parts underneath are trying to compensate. That's why I'm saying it's his fault. Now,
But you don't have to go. You go and talk to Rick and you tell Rick.
Wait,
You don't need to.
one at a time.
They don't have the guns. They don't have guns.
That's my problem with that. I wasn't a problem with them needing more time. My problem is that Rick should have been like, you know what? Why don't you pick a gun right now and shoot this over there? Let me see if you can actually hit something first. Like, do you even need these guns? Do you have any fucking aim? Like, that would be my question. Just because you're a bunch of people doesn't mean you can do shit. Like, prove to me that you're gonna use these guns in an appropriate way. That was my only issue with that scene. And a fire was only lit under him when she wanted that cat back. That was cool, but at the same time, he should have walked in there like, look, bitch, this is what it is. Say yes. Yeah. Like, before it even came to the whole cat business, he should have walked in there all swagging like, look,
say yes.
I got your guns.
Yeah.
But he didn't do that. But that's all right.
Nah, that's all I'm saying.
But no, we don't
because he's sort of holding back everyone else's.
No, he's not.
But it's not everyone else.
It's Jadis. She's the one saying we need more guns. So that's
it's not everyone else, but it is Rosita. It is Sasha.
And that's on Rosita.
I would rather go to war with a plan.
Exactly.
That's why all of the season has been so dumb. Everybody's doing their own thing.
They do have a plan, though, ladies. Their plan is to do or die.
That's not a plan.
That is not a plan. No,
that's not a plan. Is it going to be successful? No, but it is a plan.
Yeah, no, that's not a plan.
Not.
What are they going to do with those guns?
That's just something that they know that could happen. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a plan.
Guns are a tool, not a plan. And they have no plans.
Yeah.
They have zero plans. And that's why Carol needs to get her happy ass back to Alexandria, be like, just sit Rick's ass down and be like, this is the plan. Because he clearly does not have
I don't think Carol is ever going back.
Like, I'm no Carol, girl.
No. Okay.
Rick is gonna have to go to her.
I don't agree with that.
No, Carol does not. Carol is not the savior. And I'm using that loosely. I'm using that.
No, I think Carol could come up with a really good plan, but she also likes to do things on her own without telling anybody else.
All they need to do. Listen, Rick, Richonne, Daryl, Maggie. I can see them actually sitting together and coming up with a plan. I don't see Carol. You know what? Carol just messed it up. No. Did that whole two-side thing. She messed it up with I'm scared, I'm strong. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not following through. I want to be on my own. I want to go over here. From then on, I was like, you know what? Carol, go your own way. Let me focus on
But she's back now. She's ready to go to war because her friends died.
She was ready to go to war when Morgan told her that Glenn and Abe died.
Why would she go to war before that?
She had pressured Daryl, but she didn't. She was still in her own little world.
Ready yet.
Well, how would she know to pressure Daryl? Like, how would she know he was lying?
I'm confused. How was that?
Look at when Daryl went to visit her. Daryl looked like.
Daryl always looks like that. He's looked like that since season 5.
And she knew he was lying. She just that's what she wanted to hear when she saw him.
Yeah, she let it go.
And it wasn't until Morgan came to her and asked her like that third time, you want to know that she was finally ready.
Okay. So now that she's ready, she's gonna go to Alexandria, and then she's gonna tell Rick.
She's never coming back to Alexandria.
The plan is no. I'm sorry. You all know I have not.
I'm just saying they thinkers as humanly possible. Eugene is out. They need some brains behind this operation because guess what? Last time when they went to that satellite place and didn't do any real fucking recon, look what happened. They didn't kill Negan. They didn't even put a dent in those raggedy ass saviors. They need a real plan, a long-term plan. Let's just jump in and do it. No, we had enough of that. That don't work. You need to sit and think and plan stuff out. And Carol is a saboteur. Carol is a two-faced. And I say this with love. Carol can have a long-term plan. She's I believe she has experience to lay the foundation for a sneaky.
What qualifies Carol as the thinker and the planner?
She's
Terminus.
duplicitous. She's been doing this for the last few seasons. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think
Terminus,
she can definitely
rolling
do it,
into
but
Alexandria,
she's
like,
working by herself. So I think that is the reason why she isn't going to be leading it.
but she shows up like, yo, we got to saddle up now. Like, she doesn't just go off on her own like a lone woman, which is Morgan's
Well,
plan.
I just
She
think
goes
you
to
guys are
Ezekiel
giving
like, we got to
way
fight.
too much credit, so I'm just gonna end it at that.
But you know what? You had a point. They are gonna have to come together because Tara knows about Oceanside, and I think Daryl's the only one that knows about Richard's RV. So they would need the people to come together to maybe get something going.
They need to sit down and have a staff meeting.
It's gonna be hard for them
They
to
need a
meet
staff
up
meeting.
though.
Yeah, that's just common sense. How you go into war without a plan, without talking to the whole army? Like, everybody should know what everyone on their side is doing. And I don't know when we're gonna see that. I don't even know if they're gonna do that because the show is.
And and we don't even know if the writers are savvy enough to plan war and tactics.
Right.
Stuff like that.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, right now they're just trying to get everything together. They're trying to get their people. They're trying to get their weapons right now.
Yeah, it doesn't need to happen right now. It's just
that's something I'm sure they're gonna plan, but right now they're just getting weapons. They're trying to get people on board.
But no, you should be planning while you get your weapons. That's what I'm saying, because you don't know what weapons are going to be available. So you got to start the groundwork now. The dialogue has to happen now, not like, well, let's wait until so and so signs on and let's see what we got. Like, it should be like a constant conversation. Like, that's the number one job. Like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to be efficient at this? What's the timeline?
I guess now
because they're all in different places, so it's a little hard to do that.
Yeah,
and
it's only been a couple
everybody's not on board.
Like, Rosita's acting like it's been 4 months. It's only been like 3 days. So
yeah,
maybe everybody should calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, Rosita, just screwing it up for the rest of everybody else.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, and it's her fault.
She's pregnant in real life. I wonder what will that mean for next year.
Girl, she ain't going away.
Of her pregnancy, listen to this. So I'm on Facebook. I hate Facebook when I'm doing this Walking Dead thing. Someone posted a comment. Oh, she's pregnant. That's why Rosita's acting the way that she is.
What?
What is that?
Christian Cerratos is not Rosita.
Exactly. That is what I said. So me and this guy. So it's a guy, you guys. Me and this guy is going back and forth, and I was like, you know what?
That's all you have to say.
And maybe that's why you're single. You can't differentiate the difference between a real life person who's acting and her being pregnant has nothing to do with Rosita being the way that she is right now. So I was like, this conversation is over.
Like, when was Tara or Sasha pregnant? Because both those actresses were knocked up too. So like, that has nothing to do with nothing. That's just
this
is determination if she kicked off the show or not.
No, I'm just saying they may have to start doing those different types of shooting and stuff around, her change.
Yeah, like
I
Tara disappeared for like
in the first, maybe, I don't know, because they're gonna start shooting in a couple months.
Yeah.
They're just gonna have her in a big overcoat,
like May.
Don't they go back on set in May or something?
Yeah, Andy said 6
Yeah.
She'll just have a bunch of medium shots from like the chest up, and she'll be wearing a big overcoat.
Or hopefully
Right.
she just won't be in a lot of episodes.
A lot of episodes, exactly. I'm good with that.
I'm fine with that right now.
I'm good with it.
Ash, what did you say?
Huh?
No, what did you say?
So hopefully she won't be in a lot of episodes.
Oh, I agree.
Unless she completely turn it around in episode 16 or 15 or whatever.
No, it's too
Well,
late.
they'll be at war, so maybe she will.
Maybe.
It's possible.
She'll be normal again.
They
used to
like
love
to
her
bring
so
characters to extremes. Like, they go from being cool to being dumb and then being cool again.
Too much.
So it looks like it's gonna be Carol and King Ezekiel since she's moved back into the kingdom. So they may have a romance. Well, the romance is probably gonna be them.
I really don't know what's
I don't
going
think
on with
so.
her. It
You
could
don't
be
think so?
anybody at this point. It could be Morgan or Ezekiel. Who knows? I don't know what they're doing with
I don't
her.
think
She
it's Morgan. I think it's
she didn't have her
Ezekiel.
moving. She had her moving bag. She had her weapons bag. I
Yeah, but
don't
she
think.
gave the house to Morgan, right?
She
Yeah, I
did.
thought
She's
she was
staying at the
moving back.
Well,
kingdom. She moving to the
that doesn't mean
kingdom.
she's not going to visit him.
Well, she'll visit him, but she's living at the kingdom now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, she up under
Uh,
Ezekiel.
That was very much like a
I
family
don't.
moment there at the end.
That was.
I didn't really buy it though.
Huh?
So
Why
they
not?
selling it.
I mean,
It felt hollow to me. Like
Why?
fucking. I don't know. It felt like I felt as
So,
emotionally attached as I felt with Rick and Jesse and her raggedy kids. Like I just
Oh,
don't. I
no.
don't think I ain't buying.
don't put that together. No, them two and two. No.
okay, you know,
That
okay,
just
so
hurt my
why do you think
feelings.
he was hollow though? You don't think that Carol would tell him we need to get ready for war? I'm gonna stay here and train people?
But that has something to do with the romantic relationship, though.
I'm just saying close proximity, ma'am. I would assume that they have that opportunity now. Whereas when she wasn't around, it was maybe that was an obstacle.
I mean,
They
he
don't
was
even
really
know.
coming
He
after her.
always showed
They
that he
never
was
do.
interested
They
in
are
her.
close.
Like he
Right.
gave her gifts, he came to visit her, he
Yeah.
showed concern about her. There's always that, like,
Well, I'm not
romantic
saying that.
aspect to
Like,
them.
I mean, the same could be said about Carol and Daryl. Like, Carol has expressed romantic interest, and Daryl has not. I don't know. I don't 100% buy Carol and Ezekiel. I'm not saying that they won't go that way, but
Well,
to me, Morgan makes more
she didn't
sense.
say, yeah, let's jump each other's bones this episode, but she's opened up to him and
Mm-hmm.
she wants to spend time with him. So I think,
But that's not why she went. She went to sign up for war.
well, no, that,
Like,
But
that
then
isn't the
romance
reason why
can
she went,
bloom.
but it could be a reason
she
why
was.
she stays.
Why do you think? Okay, let's go the other route. Why do you think Carol and Morgan makes more sense?
What she only leaves that house to save him, right? Her whole psyche, her whole thought process changed because of Morgan. The reason why she left was because Morgan got inside her head, right? It's a lot of those two, and they seem to have a connection to me. It just seems to. I mean, Morgan killed for the first time in a long while to save Carol. He did a 180 for her. Like I can't just like throw that out the window like it didn't happen. I feel like if there's any relationship on the horizon, it'd be those two at some point.
Or it
But
could be a triangle.
I don't think she would have left her.
Yeah.
No,
If
no
Get it
triangle.
in.
I don't want no.
Poor Tobin. I feel bad for Tobin. Bless his heart.
Tobin!
is he still alive?
He
Yes,
is
girl.
Does he?
Yes.
Because he don't leave
Does he?
Alexandria.
Eric
Does
and
he?
Tobin at Alexandria.
With his
Does
long-winded
Tobin really?
I can just imagine the greeting he'll get when she arrives back to Alexandria.
She is not going back to Alexandria.
Well, if she does, she'll just be
That's a
like, "Hey,
good
buddy,"
point. She
and
may
keep it
not,
moving.
because maybe she'll be busy at Kingdom, training and all that kind of stuff. So maybe she wouldn't go back. But that mean everybody else would have to,
She
come
does
to
not
the
seem
kingdom and
inclined
stuff.
to go back at all in any way.
Because if she were, I think it would have been now.
Yeah, it would have been when Morgan offered to go
To
with her
take
to
her.
Alexandria.
Yeah.
And she was like, nope. And then
That's
when
a
she
good
found
point.
out that Glenn and Abe and Spencer and Olivia died, she went to the kingdom, not Alexandria. So I think she's
forgot
done with
about Denise.
Alexandria.
But you know what? That's a good point. They don't need to go to Alexandria because Negan would likely get to them there. They should all meet up at the kingdom since they're still covered or hidden.
Yeah, Rick and
they
them
have
can
much
go to the kingdom and they can do their planning there.
Yeah.
Yep.
much better than Hilltop.
Yeah, the Hilltop is compromised as hell.
Yeah, because they keep going
Gregory
in there and
probably
just
listening
taking
on
stuff.
Yeah, Gregory.
Yeah.
I think Gregory's gonna do something next episode. I think he's gonna try to tell on somebody. I don't know if it's it's Daryl. That's who they're looking for, Daryl.
Why did
And
Daryl
Daryl's
go back to
there.
Hilltop?
He's so
I don't know why
stupid.
he did
He
that. That
got
was just really
mad.
stupid.
He got mad. He
He should
couldn't
have
sit
stayed at the
still.
kingdom. or went out in
Like-
the woods somewhere. That just
Didn't you say he had to
Okay.
leave because he loved Carol too much or something, Kay?
No.
no. There you go, move stuff up again.
I mean, maybe a shipper thought that, but
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
that never happened.
Mm-mm.
He was like, I did not say that.
They cut that. They must have cut that out that scene. Yeah.
But I did have a question about what she said to what Carol said to Morgan. She said, "You can go, but not go." I don't remember. Has she said that before? And
Can you
what
read
exactly
told
did
her
that
that?
mean?
Ezekiel said that to her in episode 2. That's why she's in that house.
Mhm.
Yeah, go and not
Okay.
go.
That was her no going and not going. It's being in that house.
Mhm.
When she said it,
Okay.
I sort of thought it was sweet, and then I sort of thought it was corny. And I honestly thought in my mind that when she said that, that wouldn't have stopped Morgan. At the point he was his emotions, how he was exhibiting that he was really ready to go. To me, her saying that wouldn't have necessarily stopped him from moving. So I just found it interesting, I guess.
He was up in his feelings. She begged him to stay. And clearly Carol carries some weight and favor with old Morgan. Because he sits his happy ass down on that porch. He might
So
be
that's
whittling
Kerrigan.
into a spear.
That's
but
a
he
Kerrigan
set his ass
moment.
down.
Okay.
Well, I think so.
Okay.
But she used Ezekiel's words to say it. So
Mhm.
Ezekiel
Who's really in her mind? Who's
made an
really in her
impression
Yeah.
on her.
Go ahead.
she thinking about?
At the same time.
Oh, she was crying for Morgan. Oh, don't go.
But she
Stay
went
up,
back to
stay.
Ezekiel.
She
Exactly. She could have stayed in that house with Morgan. She could have
Yeah.
stayed there with him, but she didn't.
We're a
I'm
mess.
just saying.
Y'all make it sound like she moved to the other side of the country. Like she's only like a block away now.
But she could have stayed
Either
in the
way,
house.
she went back to Ezekiel.
She
She
could
was
walk
preaching
right
his
back.
word.
Stayed in that little house.
She went back and forth to the kingdom a couple of times that day. So like the last 48 hours of that episode. So I don't
They
feel
acted like it
that's
was the
some sort of
longest trek ever. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you guys, what was the name of this episode?
Bury me
Bury
here.
me here.
Do we know who wrote it? I forgot to look.
Scott
Gimple.
Gimple.
Okay.
And the director was black and British.
Oh.
Interesting. Had
What
they
was his name
directed
or her
anything
name?
else?
Which for The Walking Dead?
Yeah,
No.
for The Walking Dead. Okay.
First time directing.
Yeah, he's directed some other stuff and like won a BAFTA award, but I don't recall anything he's done for like that I've seen.
Okay. That's
What's his name?
I'm looking it up because I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Somebody outside?
It's Ulrich Riley.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Can I throw a theory out there?
Y'all okay?
I say something going down. In Costa. Nah.
I'm on the 14th floor, so I don't know.
I have a theory. I think Daryl is going to take over the trash pill people.
Girl.
Has he even met them?
No.
He doesn't like to talk. They talk
It's
trash.
that shade.
They all dirty. I think
A
it's going
little
to be a
bit.
good match.
He can join them,
He
but I
stuck
don't
with
think he would
Jadis.
take over.
Daryl
Him and
isn't going.
I would not
anywhere.
even notice. He just blend right into the smash.
He would blend right in, girl.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be the leader there. That's why they made a whole new community for Daryl. So Carol can have the kingdom, Daryl can have the trash people, and Maggie can have the hilltop.
Oh my god.
I don't think Jadis is going to give up power that easily.
No.
I don't know what to think about these people. Like, do y'all think they're gonna betray Rick?
I don't know.
I don't
like
trust
them.
them. I don't trust
I
them.
don't trust them. I'll say that much. I don't trust them.
They seem so scuzzy. I don't like. Ugh.
Well, they
That's
live
the
in
way
a
she
trash
talks. Not enough.
But to me, it
I'm
seems
like,
like it seems
on.
to me like besides the issue with her, her speech and everything, the issue with them needing more guns and not saying it until Rick showed up with guns. To me, that means she's not gonna ever
Untrustworthy.
really tell Rick what's going on in her mind. She's not playing on a level playing field with him, so that's why I don't trust her.
Right, and that should have been a red light right there. You know what I'm saying? That should have been like, okay.
Well, that's when Rosita got mad and said, "You know what?
Two more guns now."
Set Rosita off when they played the game.
I mean, somebody should have said in the first place, how many guns do you need? So that's kind of bullshit now.
But why? Can I ask y'all this? Why are they not asking these people like they used to? How many people have you killed? How many zombies have you killed? Why are they not doing that anymore?
They forgot.
Desperation.
They ain't doing that with nobody no more. Just desperate.
Good point. They forget. Oh, they stopped doing that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they last tried it with Jesus, and that's it.
And that's it. I guess they didn't want to do that with Jadis, because Jadis be like, I don't understand what you speak.
No bother. We say, we no bother.
Get out.
We do not help. Bother.
Yeah.
Like, no. Oh my God, I hate those people so much.
I told you, I kind of find them interesting. I do. I do.
I can't do it.
Okay. Can I tell y'all something else that bothers me about this episode?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing.
No.
Go ahead. I was just playing.
Richard's nose bothered me this whole episode.
What?
Girl,
that's why I don't like him.
That's something he can't change.
He can't help but it gets on my nerves.
And that's why I was like, man, but his
I'm gonna have to watch and look at his nose now. Thank you.
Richard.
What's wrong with his nose? It got a hook.
A funny point to it. That's all.
Okay.
It looks like bacon when it curls up, and that fatty baby piece comes up.
God.
Now I'm hungry. Now I want some meat.
I don't get that one.
I don't like either. It's actually kind of gross to compare those. That is criminal to bacon.
I'm gonna have to look at his nose.
I guarantee you would not think that.
I'm sure I'm not. I thought you was gonna say something like he got nose hairs that hang out his nose. You up here talking about his nose look like bacon.
Well, the issue is he was crying, and that the whole time he was crying, the cascade of tears was like
going in his nose.
His nose. I was like, I mean, it was bringing it to my attention more, but it was bothering me the whole episode. I don't know. But I started off liking him, so I was a little disappointed. That's all. I wish Ben hadn't had to die, but I thought about it. I think Ben had to die, but I don't know. I guess they had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the reaction to Morgan killing Richard just makes it seem like if his plan had actually worked, they still wouldn't have cared.
That's true.
Yeah.
So in that way, Ben had to die.
Poor Ben.
But we knew he was going to die anyway, so.
Right, he was put on the show to die. So.
Yeah. To drive a story plot.
But you know what though? That says something that even though you know it's supposed to happen, you still feel something.
It's a privilege to be on the show now. So it's like, yeah, I've been on The Walking Dead. And it's like, really? That's awesome. I love that show. It's my favorite show. And then get into a whole dialogue about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I guess maybe because I just didn't really feel affected by his death. So
sad.
Did you guys see what Scott Gimple said about the finale?
No.
Yeah.
What do you
Tell
say?
it,
Repeat.
Ashley. Tell it.
Hold on, let me find it.
I saw it.
Okay, so he's asked if there are going to be any more light moments in upcoming episodes. And he says, that's a great question. Even in the finale, there are a few moments. I can think of one very pronounced moment of lightness between Rick and Michonne that's funny and awkward and weird. It isn't exactly say yes, but there's something pretty nifty there.
Yes.
Magic. Awesome.
That's nice.
He
I
said
just
that
want to
last
know
night?
what it is.
Ash,
He
you
said
said
it in
that
an
last
interview.
night?
It was in the, I forgot who it was with. It was in an interview, though.
Oh, that's cool. Give us some
God
hope.
damn it.
Mm-mm. I don't know. Like, I kind of just want to be surprised.
You know,
I want to know.
I need to know what it is.
That's me. I want to know.
Wait.
I being dying. I thought I was done with it. Like, you know, I've gotten over it. And then now I'm going to die all over again because of this moment. And I'll be like, this awesome. Now I can't wait for the season finale. That really sucks.
Yeah.
I know. I don't care about the next episodes. Just give me the
I
finale.
don't either. I just need to know what it is. What's so awkward about it? Oh.
Yeah, what's weird and funny and awkward? Like, I've been thinking about it all day and I can't think of anything.
You know, I can think of a couple things.
Right.
What?
What?
Get
I know.
caught
I
with
think
it.
we lost
Oh, every time. Dang it.
No, they get caught. Maybe they get caught doing it. Maybe somewhere that isn't supposed. Maybe it's not in their bedroom, but it's somewhere else. Like maybe, I don't know.
Oh, somebody suggested that to me, but I'm like, they kind of already did that.
Already happened. Yeah. So it can't be that.
I don't think it would be that.
Wait,
That would be
what?
weird and awkward, but I don't know.
Maybe. Oh my God! I know what it is.
What? Becky.
You know how they married in the last episode? We all know that they married, right?
Right.
Maybe they're gonna, you know, when they reach Alexandria, right? Listen, maybe when they go back to Alexandria and, you know, they're talking with the community and then he says something about with wifey in it or some shit like that. And everyone's like, wait, what? Wife? And you know.
But somebody suggested that too. I feel like that's kind of the same thing.
Oh yeah? Oh, well, damn.
Like where it's the reaction from
Keep it coming, Emmy. Look.
they did that. I don't know. I want it to be the same.
Oh my goodness. Then all I got is nothing. All I got is that and sex. That and awkward sex.
Maybe maybe they're having sex and Negan walks in.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
No.
On that very disturbing.
That is not light and
I would change the channel and be done.
I gotta roll on that very disturbing.
Yeah,
No.
I don't even want to watch this no more. I would just give up.
I'll talk to y'all next week.
Be good.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't be like that, Tennille. You would want to see that up until
Oh, I
he
wouldn't
opens the
see
door.
that. I can't.
I
would
didn't
kinky
turn it
free.
off.
But that's a little too kinky for me.
No, I don't want Negan anywhere near the
scream. I think I would scream, but it wouldn't be an exciting scream. It would be a scream of horror.
I'd be pissed.
And then he coming up with a camera filming it. Ew.
And that stupid bat. Oh my God.
Or I made spaghetti. I made some spaghetti.
He just ruins
I
everything.
know y'all hungry.
Hold on, maybe Eugene walks in on him.
How he gonna do that?
I don't know.
Why do y'all want people to walk in on him?
I'm just saying, it's a theory. I don't
Be
know.
more creative.
Okay.
I hope
He
not.
coming up with a bottle of
awkward.
wine that they made at the you know, the compound. No. We just gotta wait and see.
Oh, what if Judith says mom?
Maybe they actually talk to Carl.
Or Judith says mom.
Why would that be awkward and weird?
No,
I don't know.
Not weird,
But
but
you're trying to get her to say that. And she's
Well,
like,
I
mom
mean-
first.
No.
She
Maybe
finally
the conversation with Carl would start off awkward and weird. Because they'd be like, dude, I know. I mean, you don't have to tell me. I know what's up. And then it's sweet and endearing because
Wait, what? What are they talking about to Carl about?
No. I was saying maybe I'm just trying to figure out what is the awkward and weird and funny moment, and I just thought maybe it's a conversation with Carl.
I know,
Rick.
but about what?
Enid.
Maybe they catch him with Enid.
Okay, that sounds better. Like he already knows about this.
Don't say.
Oh no, not like that. But like.
Oh, I was gonna say, what are y'all talking about?
No, I completely forgot that Rick kind of sort of had the conversation with Carl already. I'm sorry. It just happened. I just forgot. I don't know. I'm just still trying to figure it out. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the whole weird and awkward and funny thing that Scott Gimple is talking about. But then again, he could just be pulling one of his magic tricks.
Trolling. Trolling.
Trying to troll us.
Were there any
He's not Robert Kirkman.
any awkward moments in the comments?
I don't remember, honestly.
Well, I do remember. Didn't Carl walk in on Andrea and Rick? That was in the very
that was
beginning.
when they first got together.
Yeah, first got together. Yeah.
They've already kind of done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So I don't know.
Yeah. You know them. They'll pull something.
Now this is gonna be on my mind for like the next 3 Sundays.
I just feel like it's gonna be something small and random, but
but cute.
Maybe something to do with the cat.
Or like the deer.
As long as we can make a gift on it, that's all that matters, I guess.
Or somebody said the protein bar should come up again.
The what?
The protein bar.
Oh.
He'd be like, I told Morgan that you took that protein bar.
Morgan comes back and tells on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
I don't think Morgan's in a joking mood right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he ain't playing no more.
He's not.
He probably slapped her if he thought that shit was because he didn't know. He's crazy.
He's hearing voices. Still have time for that.
He ain't playing. You took my protein bar?
I knew it was you.
Now let me come here.
Oh,
Can I do an impression for y'all?
Sure.
Jerry.
Who was that?
Was it. That was Kiki Ezekiel. Jerry.
Oh.
That was it. I thought that was so funny. Oh man.
Okay, so I have numbers.
Okay.
The ratings.
I only have numbers for episode 10, 11, and 12. Of course, but nothing for 13. So 10 was 11.07 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
And then episode 11 was 10.4. And episode 12 was 10.12.
Oh. Isn't the goal to get to 12 or more, right? Isn't that where they were at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 would say yes. Yeah.
Aww.
So I don't know.
So my question is,
they're still great. They're still the #1 show on Sundays, but it's like their seasons keep it's just getting low. Like their seasons numbers from, like, if I did a comparison from season 5 and 6 and 7 for this down. So it went down from season 6 to season 7. It went down 2.8%. From season 7 to season 5, it went down 6.2%. Oh, I'm sorry, 6.8%.
Hmm.
And that's episode 12 because episode 12, remember, was 14.4 viewers. Episode 12 for season 6 for Not Tomorrow Yet was 12.8, and
Oh, it's a good episode.
Yeah.
and it's like I'm just trying to, yeah, yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. The same boat. Excuse me. The same boat for season 6, episode 13 was 12.5 viewers. 12.5 million viewers.
Dang.
Yeah. So
I hate that.
yes. So the numbers are right. As far as what's the difference between each season? And
I don't think it's a big deal though.
I'm only doing 3 at a time because for some reason it kind of it's like my ratio, not my ratio, but my graph. I guess I didn't do my cell math correctly because I could never get 4 and 3 included with 5, 6, and 7. I have 1 and 2, but I'm having trouble with 3 and 4, and I have yet to figure out why my graph is wrong. I'm not necessary to do that.
Well, I mean, I'm not that surprised because the show has been losing viewers for like the past 2 years now. And they have so many issues with writing and pacing that people just don't want to tune in anymore because you don't know what you're going to get. You're probably going to get something that's not that interesting. So it doesn't really surprise me.
Right. Did you guys read what Chandler said about it? He kind of said that, of course, we all know that AMC is not giving them the funding for the show that they need to have the characters that we care about in every episode. So he was basically just saying that it's not the writing. You know, they want the writing to be more fast paced, but because you can't have our top characters in every episode, is why you're getting one standalone, you know, character development with somebody who we don't really care about.
Who is Chandler?
So Chandler Riggs.
You did not say that.
Are you joking?
No,
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. He did
No,
say
not
this.
you. I was like, she joking. Talking about his Chandler.
I forgot.
It's Chandler Riggs.
Me forgot.
That.
No
Okay.
bother.
He plays Carl Grimes.
Yeah.
I don't watch.
She didn't know who the real.
You would have said,
She didn't know.
and I would have remembered.
She thought his name was really Carl Grimes. That's what she thought.
Never.
She just didn't know who Chandler was because he's never on the show anymore.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you remember when we were talking about the bottle episodes, that's what they were talking about. It was a budget issue. So I don't know. Ashley said it doesn't, you know, even though the numbers look bad, they're still doing good. I just wonder because of the different rumors about them trying to get their numbers up, or they're gonna do more pandering to I guess the fandom. That's why I've noticed. I know they were saying that they were not dialing down the violence, but they obviously have. I think that's because they were trying to get more people, maybe more family oriented viewers. But if it doesn't pan out, what do they do though? If it doesn't work or it doesn't work in time.
The people who complain about the violence do not watch the show regularly, so I don't know why they would.
Correct.
Exactly.
But my thing is, if they're trying to get them involved and they do start catering to those requests, then what do they do if it doesn't? Yeah. What happens as far as their think tank if it doesn't reap the benefits they are looking for? Because like you mentioned, they're steadily going lower as opposed to going, getting higher, even though they're doing certain things to get other people involved. I mean, get other people to watch.
That's honestly, that's how it works as far as the rating that I've noticed for the show. You know what? Let me pull it up again because.
But that's how it works for any show in its
it goes up and down.
it's going to be really hard to get in
But
new
it's
viewers
still
because
the
they
number
have
one
to
show
start
on,
from the
on
beginning.
Sunday night.
They can't cater
Still
to.
putting those tens. I mean, there's double digits. They're still
Yeah,
raking
it's
double digits.
still
And as a
the
matter of
top
fact,
rated
Yeah.
cable.
Yeah.
the
I don't
second
know.
one, the second top rated show is The Talking Dead now. It's The Walking Dead, then Talking Dead.
Are you sure that, Emmy? That it was number one? Because it was something I was watching, and they said, I'm not trying to start a fight. I'm just saying I
I'll
was
just
watching
play.
something, and they said that J-Lo show was number one on Sunday.
On
Wow.
NBC?
You
Yeah.
know,
That's what I'm saying.
No, I
Are
mean
you
it was
sure?
number one on NBC because there's no way that
Let-
show is breaking
It
in
went
music.
against Walking Dead.
this
Okay,
is
cool.
oh my god.
Cool.
Listen, I like my ratings, okay? So I try to get before I plug it in to my spreadsheet because I'm very obsessive about that. It's my thing. So
Okay.
the top 50 original cable telecasts for Sunday, March. Like I'm gonna go March. Where am I?
You're
I'm going
not
March
gonna read
5th.
50 shows, are you?
I'm going March 5th because that was
Just so we
Okay.
know. Just so we know.
I do not need to know the top 50 shows.
Give me just the top two. No.
Top five, please. Top five.
Dead ranking. Okay. Number 1 in the 9
that's
p.m.
cable?
spot.
Emmy,
Yes.
this is just for cable, so network TV doesn't count.
Yes. This is
okay.
cable.
Okay.
This is cable.
Okay.
So they're for
It is still
answer.
the number one show. It is still the number one show demographically because their numbers are double digit. Okay, now what is this J-Lo show that you're talking about?
Shades of Blue or
The
something?
Blue?
Shades of
Yeah.
Blue.
Oh my
or
god,
something
Shades
about
of Blue is only 5.2 million viewers.
Yeah, I know nothing on NBC was pulling in higher than Walking Dead.
Yeah, no, it's good, but they're not double digits. So it's
Only
basic
CBS.
television I don't care about except Once Upon a Time and maybe Elementary ever so often and Bob's Burger and The Simpsons,
Are these shows?
whatever. So ABC, CBS, NBC. I only care about The Walking Dead, and statistically, they're still demographically the number one show on
cable. On TV,
on
period.
TV.
Okay.
Okay, and it's still the number one show by age as well.
Okay.
Age, meal, and whatnot. You got between so there is 4.4 viewers years old, and then you got 5.2
Are you talking about the 18
and
to
49 for male viewers. Yeah, and then they add those up, and then they add everything else from. It's just a whole, and then you got the people that's streaming as well, and then and I think they also plug in DVR viewers too. Like, I think that's a new thing, but I'm not sure. So that's why I wait for a couple days just to make sure that Nelson Ratings and Showbuzz Daily get everything together and it's right. But I get my numbers from both Nielsen Rating Company and Showbuzz Daily just to make sure that it's good.
It's right. Okay.
So yeah. Walking Dead is still the number one show and Talking Dead is right behind it.
on cable.
On cable, yes.
But I feel like this is to be expected. I don't think anyone at AMC is panicking because their ratings are dropping. They're in the 7th season and still the top of their game somehow. So they're going to keep doing.
But you have to kind of sometimes think about that though, because aren't they? Go ahead, Emmy.
So I mean, they're not. They're cheap. Obviously, AMC is cheap, and plus they got that lawsuit, but they ain't hurting.
Yeah, they're gonna keep doing with this until they drive the show into the ground.
No, I don't know, because y'all seen where they have went in and they fixed some of these episodes. They fixed 12. They fixed 14, 15,
what do you
and
mean
16.
they fixed it?
They went in and like let's say episode 12, we were supposed to get that sex scene, right? It was
Mhm.
supposed to be sex scene, but they
Yeah.
took it out. They edited. So what they
Ooh.
y'all haven't heard about that they went into
Just
some of
lost
these episodes that
connection.
we're gonna be going into, and they've added in more
Yeah.
stuff. They've taken
I
out
heard they
stuff.
did that for the
So
DVDs
it's
though.
kind of, you don't think that they're not afraid of these ratings, but I think that they are, because why are they going in here paying
And
money
mastering it.
to
Yeah.
try to fix some of these issues?
But I don't understand. Like, we don't know why they edited that episode. It
Yeah.
wasn't violence. People weren't complaining
Yeah.
about sex
No,
because nobody has sex. So
Yeah.
you know.
we have no idea why
So
they edited that.
they,
Yeah.
but I'm
Maybe for
just saying they went in. You got to think about it. Why would they spend money to go back in and add stuff and then take out? So it has to be some kind of where they are listening to the fans in some kind of way.
They
But
Well,
want
they
to
wasn't
You
listening to
know,
me, or I would have
I
got my
well,
sex scene.
you know.
Oh,
Girl,
Maybe, I'm just
girl, they
confused.
gave us a little. They gave us a little taste. They said that's enough.
That's not
That's
okay. Why
enough.
are you gonna film all that? Make Andes and I take off their clothes and not even
I'm
show
telling.
it.
I know. I know.
It's
I
so upsetting.
know. I
I guess
know.
Disappointing.
it's just a little to make us buy
Blu-ray.
the Blu-ray. I'm hoping it's on the
It'll
Blu-ray.
be on Blu-ray, hopefully.
Y'all can
But
keep hoping.
yeah,
I do
but
not trust them.
that's just my point. Why are they going in and making all these changes and adding stuff to the season
But
finale?
okay, what else have they changed? Because I can't get anything from episode 12.
Okay, so they changed episode 14. They left 13 alone because they said it was perfect. They
14.
changed 14, they changed 15, and they added stuff into 16.
We're talking about this
Well,
season
what
or
did they
last season?
change?
This season,
Okay.
I don't know. They just added in stuff. They did not say what they changed, what they did. I just know that they added in extra stuff.
Who
Hmm.
And
said that?
16, huh?
Who
Who
said
said
it?
that
Oh,
they made
it was
changes?
on a spoiler site.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
But you
Yes.
know
So
what?
they
Speaking of this topic, I noticed that even though this episode was considered a spoil, or not a spoiler, a bile episode, I think I felt different about it in general, just because I know that Rick and Michonne were in a different place when they were feeling oppressed. The bile episodes really frustrated me, and now that I know that they are moving toward, trying to correct their situation, it didn't feel so bad. It still was slow because I think this episode was, longer than it had to be to say what they had to say and to move Morgan and Carol in that direction. They really didn't have to do it. But I think I felt a little bit different about it just because I knew where Rick and Michonne was, from 7/12.
I don't know. Every time the Saviors come on, I feel rage
Away.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and it really it's like this visceral reaction to me, like I want to kill them all. Like I just
Yeah.
hate them so much. I hate Gavin. I hate Weasley guy. Like just
Yeah,
seeing
but
him
then I
scream
think
like raises my blood pressure.
about how frustrated I was, 3 months ago watching it. It was still a battle episode, but and I guess maybe because they don't have as much Negan this episode, this season, this part of the season, maybe that's has something to do with it too. But it just feels a little bit different. The tone is a little bit different for me.
Well, yeah, because it ended with them being I guess progressive and deciding to do something about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which before it was just like, oh, this terrible stuff is happening and we don't
Can't
have
do anything
we're
about it.
not going
No
to do anything
power.
about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that definitely does change the tone. Like, yeah, even the music at the end of the episode when Carol like puts down her bag and goes to join Ezekiel and that other kid, like the music was upbeat and it seemed like they were, it's supposed to be, even though something terrible happened, like Ezekiel's like, yeah, we need to fight, but not today. Like we just need to, regroup and get our heads back on, and then we'll fight even better than we would otherwise. So the tone has definitely shifted, but I'm sick of the
It's still a
Saviors.
frustrated, yeah. like I said, that's why I think I didn't really cry about Ben because we already discussed that he was gonna go. I think if I would have saw him along the way, I probably would have felt more because I felt sad. It didn't bring me to tears. I just felt sad about the loss of something that didn't have to happen and all that manipulation on Rich's part to the end of someone else dying and then he still got killed. So it was
I
like
don't think the death
like a
of
circle.
Benjamin was for the audience. It was for Morgan, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're right. It was
I
for
agree.
Morgan, but we're watching it. So again, I think that I would have felt more if I would have seen him more. If they would have, if the dosages were constant as opposed to here and there.
Maybe.
I would like to change the subject.
Of course.
Okay.
Because I realize that I haven't really watched the episode like you guys have watched the episode. I don't think that at this point I'm not even sure if and when and how Morgan is going to be like, is he going to war with Rick and Michonne and Team Family? Because he is back, he's at the house and he's sharpening his rod, but I'm getting the sense that he wants to be left alone, or I don't know. So that's what I got from his ending when he was sharpening. I think maybe he was just I don't know. Maybe he was just getting ready to booby trap some places. And I'm going to just stick to that because I don't know. I'm sorry.
You think he's going back into the way he was in Clear?
I think we were meant to feel that way. I think that because he was having flashbacks and
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was really upset. So I think we're supposed to think that he is going that dark again, and it's possible.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see.
True.
I think that's part of the grieving process, wanting to be alone though. So that on its own wouldn't say it, but when he turned around as if he heard a voice, that's when I was like, okay, he's still cuckoo.
But they showed that throughout the whole episode.
He's been cookie the whole episode then.
Okay.
Yeah. We just have to see with Mr. Morgan. Can he?
I'm honestly concerned for him, but
Can he hold it
straight.
together?
And then how long will it take Carol to like train the people that they're going to train, and King Ezekiel has to tell his people what's going on?
Girl, it's gonna be 2 days. Watch, those people
Right.
gonna be ready.
They'll be ready.
Not even 2 days.
They gonna know how to ride some horses. They gonna know how to
ready
shoot
now.
arrows. They gonna be ready.
2 days training. Okay.
Already done.
Already done. They gonna. I kind of want that woman who was up there talking about who came to tell them about the crops. I was like, ooh, she looked like if you teach her, yeah.
Oh, Nabila?
Yes, I want her to be ready to go to war. I like her.
I don't know. She was looking at that tiger like,
Girl, I would too. I wouldn't fool with that tiger. I don't care if he said that thing like me.
She gotta go.
I'll be like, nah.
But we didn't mention it, but I love that they had her wearing a hijab. That was such a nice image to see.
Say it again. Had her doing what?
Wearing a hijab?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
that actually surprised me.
Yeah, it felt like
too.
really deliberate. I don't know if they've added that part, but it felt like definitely a deliberate statement on climate.
Definitely political. and in a
Yeah.
subtle way,
Yeah,
Yes,
which
that's
is the
that's
way
what
that
I
they do
got.
things.
I know
But
it
yeah, I
felt
mean,
like
I think the episode is political in the same way. Like a lot of the discourse about punching Nazis and whatnot, like, oh, you shouldn't do that. But I think the episode kind of said the same thing. Like you've got to fight. You can't just be passive and let people walk all over you. So I think the episode was political in that way too.
I felt that way like about the entire season. And I felt like it was kind of coincidental just because Negan is so, such a tyrant that it just happened to tie in. So, but this felt really deliberate. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. It had to be.
Yeah.
When did they film or write this episode?
It was
Oh, they
filming
wrote it
November,
they wrote it probably like a year ago, but they filmed it probably, let's see, this is episode 13, so
what about October?
September.
What? September?
Probably
Yeah.
September,
So
October.
it seems like we're having the Simpsons have been pretty predictable in a lot of their episodes as far as real life to their shows. So I guess maybe The Walking Dead is doing the same thing without actually doing it, but making you realize, oh, there's a lot of coincidence that's happening on the show that is going on in our world today. So,
Right.
well, I don't know if you guys watch The Simpsons, but The Simpsons had predicted that Dingleberry Troglodyte was going to be the next president of the United States.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, no, and then it happened. I'm like, oh my god. And then a lot of people have been posting a lot of comparison of what The Simpsons had done, their skits, their episodes, and like, oh well, damn. So maybe that's what The Walking Dead is doing. It's like,
well, I mean,
little.
I think it's coincidental that they wrote it into the story, but it's definitely not a coincidence that they decided to keep it and not edit it out, because they could have easily just cut it like they cut other stuff. So
right, they could have.
That's right.
True. That is so true.
Like you said, I think you had mentioned them with the dream speech. I think they're being more maybe obvious, maybe intentional. It could be a coincidence too, but like you said, it just really pairs with what's going on in reality right now. So I think that would be a good reason why people would, want to escape and watch the show.
Or a reason why people don't want to watch it, because it's not an escape when we're going through it in real life.
Yeah.
Especially the first half of the season.
You would assume that in the story, their good is going to triumph over evil, though. So it is an escape in that sense. But now,
that's taking a long
time to get there.
The sad part is that, we know that this can or will end well, but in real life, that's not guaranteed.
It may not. Yeah, it's not promised at all.
And we're not there yet. So right now it's hard to watch, especially 7A. It was like, I'm living this. I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
I just wish the people that watch the show who probably voted for Trump, or who
non-democratic,
who are doing the oppression, can see
themselves.
What they're doing, and realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that, but it probably goes straight over their heads.
I was gonna say, I doubt they even get it if they vote
I think we're creatures of nature, so if you didn't catch it, you wouldn't catch it.
It would be nice if they could.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I need to get going.
One quick question: what time next week?
8 is better for me.
Okay.
Is that okay for you guys?
It's not the best for me because I got to get my ass to bed, but it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Well, I as you guys know, I
Just
really
keep me posted. I just was wondering.
I don't have a life anymore. I don't. So whatever.
Just keep me posted.
It's
Yeah,
just
well-
during daylight savings time because we don't have it here.
You know, which I completely forgot about.
Oh, you didn't change your clocks?
No.
What kind of clocks you got that don't change?
My cell phone changes itself, so no.
Yeah.
No, that's funny because our girls, they bleed our Kindles dry. They don't bother to charge it, and the same with our phones. They just let it die.
Oh, Lord.
And our clock by our bed and the microwave. It was like, so I'm
Wrong
up to
thing.
7:00, and I was like, oh, I feel so refreshed for some reason, and it was like, yeah, because you slept an extra
Do
hour.
something, yeah.
Or something.
But
It
you
was
lost
just,
an hour.
yeah, but I still woke up refreshed on
Well.
Sunday.
Can't relate.
But I woke up refreshed for like different reasons. No, I know. It just seems really weird. But if you had known me like a few months ago to now, let me tell you, I'm really having a good day.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Good. We're glad to hear that.
Okay, I gotta
All
go to
right.
bed.
Well,
Be
have a
good.
nice day and
Bye,
enjoy the
guys.
rest of your week.
Have a
Bye,
good
guys. See you next week.
Night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Good morning, Kay.
I know,
Thank
right?
you.